video user guide for the Majority Huntingdon. Ensure the plug is connected into the mains and switched on at the wall. Then press the button on the back in to turn it on and press again to turn off. Your unit will then be in standby mode. Then press the mode button to switch on. To scroll through your modes, press the mode button multiple times. On first use of DAB radio, the unit will automatically start searching for all stations and tune them in. You also have a remote controller where you can select which mode you would like to use. It can take a few minutes to tune all stations in. Once all channels have been tuned in, you can then use the previous or next buttons to scroll through your choices. Once on your choice, it will then tune to that station. You can also use the remote controller and use the previous or next button to scroll through. Again, once on your choice, it will start playing that station. To get the best signal that you can, ensure that the antenna is extended as far as possible. You can then rotate it. If on first use your DAB radio doesn't tune in, you can press the scan button. And it will then start searching for all stations. You can also do this from the remote controller by pressing the scan pair button. In DAB radio, you also have the Prune function. This allows you to remove any stations that are listed but unavailable that don't have a good signal. To do this from the remote controller, press and hold the stop button and then use the previous or next buttons to scroll through your options on the display screen until it says Prune. Then you'll be given the options of no or yes. Use the previous and next buttons to scroll through and then press select once on your choice. That will automatically apply that function and remove any stations that don't have a good signal. Also in DAB radio, you have the Dynamic Range Compression function, DRC. This enables you to reduce the difference between the maximum and minimum audio volume being broadcast. So this makes quiet sounds comparatively louder and loud sounds comparatively quieter. DRC only works if it is enabled by the broadcaster for a specific station. To do this from the remote controller, press and hold the stop button. Scroll through using the next button to DRC and then press select. Then you have the options of DRC off, press the next button, DRC low or DRC high. Once on your choice, press the select button on the remote and this will automatically apply that function. You can also manually tune in stations. So instead of using the auto tune function, you can manually tune the receiver. This helps you when aligning your aerial or when adding stations that were missed while auto tuning. To do this from the remote controller, press and hold the stop button. Scroll through using the next or previous until it says manual tune on the display and then press select. You can then scroll through using the next button to all the channels available and then press select once on the channel that you would like to tune in and this will tune in that station. In DAB and FM radio you can preset up to 20 stations. To store a station that you are currently playing, press and hold the preset button on the remote controller for a few seconds. Use the previous or next buttons to scroll through the various numbers available. Once on your number, which will be clearly displayed on the display screen, press select and preset 7 is now stored. You can do this for up to 20 stations. To recall a preset station, don't press and hold the preset button, just press it once. And then you can scroll through your options using the previous or next. If we go back to 7, which is the one we just saved, you'll clearly see it there and then press select and it will start playing that station. Also preset a station from the unit. Press and hold the preset button, the same as the remote controller. The number will flash and you can scroll through using the dial until on the number that you require, and then press the dial for that preset to then be stored. To recall a preset station from the unit, press the preset button and scroll through using the dial until on your choice, and then press the dial in for it to play that station. To change the mode from DAB to FM, press the mode button and scroll through your choices until you are on FM mode. On first use, you will need to tune in your station. You can do this on the unit by pressing the scan button. It will then automatically preset all stations with a good signal. This can take a few minutes. As well as using the scan button on the unit, you can also press scan on the remote controller, and that will begin to tune in all stations that have a good signal and save them as presets. Once all the stations have been tuned in, you can then recall a preset by using the preset button on the unit by pressing, and then using the dial to twist through your preset numbers. Once on your choice, press the select dial and it will then start playing that station. You also have an FM scan setting. This allows you to choose between scanning only strong stations or all stations, even the ones with a weak signal. To use this setting, press and hold the stop button on the remote controller and scroll through using the next or previous button to scan setting. Then press select and then use the next button to scroll through your options. Only strong stations or all stations. Once on your choice, press select and this function will automatically apply. To tune in a station manually, just use the previous or next buttons and it will scroll up the frequencies slowly. To do it faster, press and hold the previous or next buttons. In FM, you also have the choice between mono or stereo. All stereo stations are reproduced in stereo. For weak stations, this can sometimes result in poor audio quality. The audio quality can be improved using mono. So if you wish to change your stereo to mono, press and hold the stop button. Select audio setting. Then use the next button to scroll through your choices. Forced mono or stereo. Use the previous button to go back and then press select once on your choice. This will automatically apply that setting. In DAB and FM radio, you can store up to 20 preset stations. You can either do this from the unit or do it from the remote controller. In FM, it automatically stores on first use when scanning 20 stations, but if you wish to change your presets, you can do this by pressing and holding the preset button for a few seconds. Scroll through using the next button until on the number you wish to save this station as a preset, then press select. Preset 13 is now stored. To recall a preset station, press the preset button, don't hold, and then you can scroll through using the next or previous buttons until on the number preset you would like to listen to, then press select. It will then start playing that station. To set presets from the unit, do it as the same as the remote controller. Press and hold the preset button, scroll through, twisting the dial until on the number you would like to save the station as, and press the select dial to confirm. Preset 17 is now stored. To recall the preset station from the unit, press the preset button, scroll through using the dial until on the preset of your choice and then press the select dial, and it will then start playing that station. Majority Huntingdon also has a CD player. To change to CD mode, press the mode button multiple times until you are on CD mode. If there is a CD in the unit already, it will automatically start reading. Or if you wish to change your CD, press stop and the eject button. Press the eject button and the other CD will then begin reading. You also have an eject button on the remote controller and stop. Eject. And just press eject again to close the CD drawer. You can also use the previous or next button on the unit to go to the next track or the previous track. To fast forward or rewind a track, press and hold the next button and it will scroll forward quickly, or press and hold the previous and it will scroll back. To change track, press the next button or the previous. You can also repeat the track or the CD. On the remote controller, press the repeat button. Rep 1 will repeat the track. Press again to repeat all tracks, or press again to turn repeat off. And it will all clearly be displayed on the screen. Just press the random button on the remote controller and it will now start playing various tracks in random order. To turn the random feature off, press the random button and it will be clearly removed from the display screen. The CD player also has an A/B playback function. This allows you to listen to a certain part of a track multiple times, marking the A point and the B point. So for example, in this track, at 56 seconds, we're going to mark this as point A, and rep A will come up on the screen. And at 1 minute 5, I want to mark that as point B. Press it again. It will now say rep AB. The track will now be repeated between those two marker points. As you can see, it's now playing between 59 minutes and 1:07. To turn the A/B playback function off, press the A/B button once. This has now been switched off and the track will continue to play as normal. You can also program tracks into a pre-selected order when using the CD player. To do this, press stop on the CD player, then the program button on the remote control, and you will see it says preset 01 track 00. So for the first preset, we need to choose which track we would like as our first track. To do this, use the next button and scroll through to your track number of choice. Once on this, press the program button once and the preset will move on to preset 2, and now you choose your track for preset 2 using the next button. Then press the program again, and you can keep doing this for up to 20 tracks. Just press the play, pause button when you're ready to play. You don't have to program in all 20 tracks. And now the unit will start playing the pre-selected tracks that you have selected. If you wish for your pre-selected order to be cancelled or to stop, just eject the CD player, press stop first, then eject the CD, and all pre-selected tracks will be cancelled. And the CD will start reading and play from track 1. You can also connect your phone via Bluetooth. To do this, press the mode button to Bluetooth mode. If your phone is unconnected, it will show as unconnect on the display screen. To connect, ensure that Bluetooth is switched on your mobile device. And search for the Majority Huntingdon. Once found, click on it. And you'll hear a little sound come out of the unit, which will confirm that you are now connected, and it will show as connect on the unit. You can then start playing your music from your mobile device just by selecting your track and pressing play. You can change the volume by twisting the dial. You can either change the track from your mobile device or use the previous or next buttons to scroll through that particular album. To choose the album, you will need to do this from your mobile device. If there is already an existing connection, press and hold the pair button on the remote control, and it will unconnect that connection. You can also connect your phone or tablet with an Aux-In 3.5mm cable that connects into the Aux-In jack on the front of the unit, and then the other end of the cable into the device. Scroll through your mode options until you're on aux mode. You should then be able to commence play operating from your device. There are also two USB ports on the front of your unit. These are purely for charging your mobile device. In DAB and FM radio, you can view station information. To do this, press the info button multiple times on the remote controller and you will view various pieces of station information. This is all explained in the instructions guide, and if you don't have the instruction guide, you can go online to www.majorityradios.co.uk and view the instructions there. On first use of DAB radio, the time will automatically update. But if you wish to set the time manually, you can do this. Ensure the unit is in standby mode, press and hold the mode button. Press and hold the menu button on the unit. Use the dial to twist to your setting, clock setting, and then press the select dial. Then you can choose between whether the clock automatically updates, twist the dial, or manual clock. Automatic updates means it will automatically update on first use of DAB radio, or if you wish to set manually, select by pressing the dial. Then you can set from 12 to 24-hour clock, twist the dial to change from 12 or 24. Push the dial in to select. Then you can change the time. Use the dial to scroll through the number options. Once on your choice, press the select dial. The same for the minutes. Press the select dial, and then you can set the date format if you want the date, month, year, month, date, year, or back to date, month, year. Press select once on your format choice. Then change the year by scrolling through. Press select. Then the month. Twist the dial to change the month. Press select. And then the day. Use the dial to change to the date you require, then press select. And the time and date has now been set manually. You can also view the software version by pressing and holding the menu button for a few seconds. Scroll through using the dial to SW version, software version, press select, and this will display the current software version. You can also change the brightness levels of the display screen. Press and hold the menu button. Scroll through using the dial to brightness. You have the choice of bright setting timeout, so the display may be bright, but you can ask it to time out after 10 seconds, so then it dims again, or 20 seconds, 30 seconds, and so on. You also have bright setting on level, so how bright you want it when the setting is on. Press select. You can have it on medium, high, off, low, medium, or high. Press select. And the display will now be on high level. You also have dim level. So how low do you want it when it is on dim level? Off. So you can have it completely off when it does time out. The Majority Huntingdon also has a sleep setting. This enables you to program the radio to switch off at a specific time for up to 120 minutes from activation. When the radio is in working mode, press the sleep button, Use the dial to twist. You can turn sleep off or have the radio turn off in 15 minutes automatically, 30, 45, 60, 90 or off. In this case, I'm going to select 15 minutes by pressing the dial. To view how long is remaining on the timer once it has been set, press the sleep button and it will show you currently we have 15 minutes before the unit will switch off. To turn the sleep timer off, press the sleep button, use the dial and twist it off, then press select, and now the sleep timer is off. The Majority Huntingdon also has an alarm. To set the alarm, press the alarm button on the unit and use the dial and twist to change the time you would like the alarm to be set. Once on the hour, press select, twist the dial again to the minutes you would like and press select. Then you can choose how long you would like your alarm to sound for, 15 minutes, 30, 45, 60, 90 or back to 15. Once on your choice, press to confirm. With the alarm, you can either be woken up with DAB radio, FM radio or the buzzer. Once on your choice, press the dial to select. Would you like the alarm to sound daily, weekends, weekdays or just once? Once on your choice, confirm by pressing the select dial. You can also then select the volume you would like for your alarm to sound. Once on your choice, press select. Then you'll need to turn the alarm on or off. Just twist the dial to change between on and off. The alarm has now been saved and you can clearly see that the alarm has been set on the display screen. You can also set the alarm by using the alarm button on the remote controller. If you wish to go back a step, just press the menu button and it will take you back a step. To turn off the alarm, either press the alarm button on the remote controller or on the unit, press select and go through, pressing the select button until you're on the screen where it says alarm on or off, then use the previous or next button to scroll through and change to off. Then press select on the remote controller and the alarm will now be off. When the alarm is sounding, to snooze it for up to 9 minutes, press the select dial in. To turn the alarm off when sounding, press the mode button or the on or standby button on your remote control. If at any point you need to do a system reset, press and hold the menu button for a few seconds, scroll through using the dial to system reset, press the dial to confirm your choice, and the unit will then do a system reset. You can also use this function from the menu button by pressing the menu button and using the previous and next buttons to scroll through your choices and press select once on your choice. The unit will then be reset. Thank you for watching this video guide on the Majority Huntingdon. For further information, please go to www.majorityradios.co.uk. Have fun!